This is your Q&A Social Security Disability today. I'm your host, Attorney Anthony Reeves. Let's get to your question. What if I've worked limited hours and I'm waiting on a hearing date? What impact is that going to have on my ability to get disability? What I've told people over the years is this, and this is something that I was taught when I worked at another firm, was that just because you don't work doesn't mean you're going to get disability. Just like it means just because you've attempted to do work doesn't mean it'll kill your case. For that example, here's the magical inquiry, is let's look at the circumstances surrounding the work. Well, what do you mean by the circumstances surrounding the work? How long have you been doing it? Have you been doing it for 3 months or longer? Because if it's under 3 months, you may say it's your unsuccessful work attempt. Is the reason why you're working 1 to 2 hours because that's the limited number of hours they have available to you? Or can you work more hours? Or is that the most you can do? What are the circumstances of the job? Is it a homeboy hookup, a family member looking out for you, a family friend got your back? What are the circumstances around the job? You want to give as much detail as possible because the court is going to want to know how you're doing that job and whether or not that's a job they should consider when looking at your past work. Is it possible that you working could have a negative effect on your case? Absolutely. But it's also possible that you working may not have one. And I tell people all the time, because I get this question thrown at me a million times, what? I went back to work, and I say, you're not looking at it from the right context. It's not that you went back to work. It's the circumstances behind you going back to work. And I'm not talking about because you need food and everything. I'm talking about, how did you get the job? Who hired you? How many hours are you working? Why are you only working that many hours? Can you work more? Do you have problems? Are you calling in work sick? Are you leaving work early? Are you missing work days? Are you getting there late? Are you having people do your work for you? There's a huge number of inquiries that they have to ask, because sometimes you'll have people who, like I've got a client once who she babysits. Well, she doesn't do it by herself. Her daughter comes and helps her. So in essence, she's getting paid to do nothing because her daughter does all the work. And she only babysits like 1 to 2 hours a week. But her daughter, who happens to be in the area, as a college kid, comes over and helps her out. So I'm like, well, you're babysitting, but you're really not, because you're not doing the work. So the biggest inquiry is, don't focus so much on the hours and the work itself. Focus on the circumstances and how you are doing that work. So Social Security has a better understanding, and the judge has a better understanding of the circumstances. This is Attorney Anthony Reeves. This is your Q&A Social Security Disability Today.